Good morning. How are y'all doing? Um, Yesterday I did go out on my adventure, except instead of going to Tuesday morning, I went to the office supply store, which is a little bit closer, and to check out to see if they had Index cards. I have been looking online for them everywhere, and nobody had it online. Couldn't find it online. The only place they had it online was Amazon. And when I made my Amazon order, I hit what we had called my limit for getting my order for these studs for the puppies that I'm making. I wanted to put something on their collars, kind of make it look like they had a collar. I'll have to show them to you in another video so everyone will know what I'm actually talking about when I'm talking about my stuffed puppies I've been working on. They are in my picture whenever you see my picture showing up, but they're naked. I've got clothes on them now. And I want to be hopefully sending off the first batch to the church this Sunday, and so they can get them ready for boxes and to be sent out. It's for Operation Christmas Child, actually, that they send out boxes to children in other countries that are in orphanages or just impoverished areas that wouldn't get anything for Christmas or haven't ever gotten anything for Christmas. And along with that, they, relate the story of Jesus and show Christ's love, so that they all know that so many people kind of get the wrong idea about what Christians are. And I can see how that happens, really, honestly. I've seen people like that. And a good example of Christians are a lot of the ladies that are on YouTube. Good example is Miss Sheila of my little country. Is it my little country? Crafting. I know she just hit 1,000 on her country first, and she just hit 1,000 subscribers, and she's having a contest, and she is the most spectacular person. If you haven't seen her on YouTube, find her. You will fall in love with her. She makes you feel like she's talking right at you, and that you just pulled up right into her living room or in her craft room and sitting into a chair right next to her. She just makes you feel right at home. Honest to goodness. Anyway, instead of going to Tuesday morning like I was planning to, I decided to go to the office to supply store and found them. There's a couple of ladies that are having contests where they want memory dex cards. I have never done this before, ever, and have very little crafting supplies. I've got some now. Ooh, I've got some now, and and they wanted to do what is in our style. One of the ladies is Janet K, and she wants just a simple card so that she can have with your name and your address and your email, so that she can know something about you, your favorite color. Also, along with as Rochelle from It's a Deal. So check out these ladies in their videos. They are great ladies. You just need to trust me. They are really, really, really good ladies. and you'll be blessed by watching them and seeing what they have and what they do. All of them, everybody I've met. Alicia on Alicia's Hobnob is doing ACT cards, which are 2.5 by 3.5, I believe. Cards, just little cards. I don't have any to show anybody because, like I said, this is how I'm just now starting out in this. And she wants you to do it in your style. And some of these cards that I've seen outstanding, most beautiful things I have ever seen in my life. Things that look like they should be framed and mounted on walls. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. There are so many really talented women out there. And Alicia is one of them. Some of her, I've seen her work. Oh my goodness. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. If I could ever get to be that good, which I doubt, it's going to take years. But anyway, I did go to Michael's. First off, if you go to Michael's and they have a sale on their paper, be sure you bring a buggy or a cart that you can drag to your car, because those things are heavy. Real heavy. I'm paying for it today. But I got these. They weren't having a sale in their stickers area. Let me getting a little dry. Sorry about that. My mouth gets dry too quick. They didn't have very many sales in their sticker area. Hopefully, maybe I can catch another one of those in one day. But I did get these. You see that? Pretty, the reflection in there. Kind of bad. Pretty, pretty roses. These are from Reflections. I just love flowers. Oh, I had several rose bushes that I had planted in pots. And here's some more roses. Who are these by? Oh, these are Reflections. Oh, these aren't Reflections. Sorry about that. This is Susan Wingate from A&E Company, or KE Company. Anyway, that's what it is. These are from Reflections. Beautiful roses. I just love roses. And the only rose bush I have left, after being so sick last summer and the summer before, and the drought that we had, is, of course, my favorite one. And it smells so good. Sometimes I wish I could scotch tape a rose to underneath my nose so I could smell it all the time. And these, I don't know if you can see them. These are really translucent butterflies. And they're, well, I'm going to turn it. Jolie's bouquet. And they sparkle. You can see a little bit of the sparkle in some of them. They have a little bit of sparkle to them. They are so pretty. I saw those. I saw so many things over there. I had to have them. But I like butterflies too. I think everybody likes butterflies. I used to go years ago when I was a kid, and there were more fields than there were houses around. And we could go out with butterfly nets, and we would catch butterflies. And we had a lot of fun. Catch and release. But I had so much fun back then. No, kids can't do that today. You don't see them really. And then I got these beautiful lace-like stickers from Reflections. So pretty. See, the hard part for me now, and this is how, I don't know how any of these ladies do this, is trying to decide what all to put on things, because my biggest problem is indecision. I get all these different ideas, and I don't know which way to go with it. And I got these really cute cake toppers. And they say the best day ever. Oops, sorry. Well, no, you can't see that. Sorry about that. Crinkly stuff. It says best day ever. But what I really liked about them, there you go. You see that? Isn't that pretty? How those flowers are on the back. Wouldn't that be good as a topper? Sorry, I just got glared by a truck going by. And it says, best day ever. I really like those flowers. Those are pretty. Yeah, I like those. And then they had, getting ready to go to the checkout, they had this bundle of ribbons. Let's see that. All sorts of colors in them. Don't you dare start jumping on me. Ralph, my dog, just came in. He'll probably try to come up here. Be not careful. It's got oh goodness. There's all sorts of colors, yellow, organza-like. Oh, pretty, pretty, pretty. Pretty colors. Come to all these. My first start of my ribbon collection. Believe it or not, I used to have a ton of ribbons that I had for my sewing and other craft project years ago. And I thought, you know, I'm not going to be using them. I've had these things for years, have not used them. I might as well give them to somebody to use. So I gave all of them away. And you don't know how many times I wish I still had them. I got to be careful. I'm in my recliner, and it's one of the few chairs I can sit in. It doesn't kill me. And it has a tendency to eat things. I'll tell you. I'll show it to you in another video. But the other week, I went to Hobby Lobby. And one of the things I bought was this big deal. And I thought tall, round, huge, filled with assortment of beads. And I thought, you know, this is something I can put around the collar of the girl puppies and make like a bead necklace or something. And I did. I'll have to show you the collar and everything in another video whenever I do show you the pups before, and I'll do that before the end of the week. But I was bending down to pick it up. I had it on the floor beside me last night. And there's another reason why I'm kind of hurting today. And the top popped off. And half the beads spilled on the hardwood floor. Oh my God. And here I am, bent over, trying to corral these rolling around beads when my husband comes home with me stooped over and bent over next to my chair. Growling at me, telling me he'll take over from there. They were even under the recliner. I mean, they rolled everywhere. But we got them all back. But It was better than the time that I spilled all my seaweeds. And he helped with that one. That was a mess. I like to, make my children's Christmas stockings out of those felt stockings. And I was making a new one for my daughter when they first got married, so that we had one for her. They dropped all over the floor one day. He had to help me pick them up. But let me get to the good part. I haven't opened any of these up and really looked at them yet, because I didn't. Oops. Okay, it's just that one side. I wanted to share it with everybody at the same time. Boy, they really beastly tie these together. No wonder some of them were torn. Some of their paperwork was really, really picked over yesterday. And I felt fortunate enough I found these that weren't where people had aggressively ripped open the paper to see what was inside, instead of just taking a peek at it. And it was just really a shame. But I got this one. These are wildflowers. Who were they by? Premium pad. I can't tell. Anyway. But they're both on both sides. Look at this. Oh my gosh. You can't, this is hard to do. How do you guys do this? I have to get me a different kind of setup. This isn't just really working too well. Oh, look at that. You see that? Isn't that beautiful? Oh, my goodness. All sorts of beautiful things. Some of them are double-sided. Some of them are just plain on one side. But they're different flowers set up. Some of them look almost like a watercolor color set up. Really pretty. Oh, here's beautiful green. You know, some of the ladies asked what favorite colors are, and golly, that's a hard one, because everything I see, this is where my indecision comes. Everything I see is beautiful. You know, I have learned over the years. Oh, and I got some ink pads, little ones. This was all that was left of the ink pads. Or at least maybe I was walking down the wrong aisle. But these were on sale. And I thought this was a really cool color, and you can't really see it. It's kind of a teal color. And the other one's black. Everybody can use black. I could use black. And I've got some old stamps that I've had. Some of them are Christmas. I haven't used them in forever. And the one ink pad that I've had is older than my son, who is 33. And it's almost dried up. Oh, yes. This one is Sweet Ambrosia from Recollections. Is it all unsticky? And I saw this, and, you know, I did have some name tags and things like that I was going to get. But after I saw this, I put them back. Because even though they were on sale, I saw these, and I figured, with this, I didn't have to buy the tags. I could, you know, have a little bit of cardstock. I won't say how I got it. But this had this This page is, and it says index. But I love the color. It's kind of a terrible lighting in this area. Maybe if I turn it this way. See? No. But it's got a really, really pretty green color to it. There's this page. There's a glitter all over that. Oh my goodness, look at that. And it's got soft lines going across it. It's kind of a muted brown. Almost looks like it's been stained. It's got several. Here we go. I saw this in here too. And I thought, oh look, it's got all these different things in here that I can use. And this is got glitter on it. And it's raised. And it's got a texture to it. And you know, a key. Here's these banners up here. And, oh, look at this sweet bird. Isn't that cute? Oh, look at that baby. I had wallpaper at a house I had one time. I had wallpaper like this. I loved it. It's probably gone by now. But it has these in it, and I thought, well, gosh, you know, I've got, since this here's in different, got types of ones in here. I've got these in here. I don't really need to buy those other kind of stickers right now. And I can just choose these. Oh, I saw some music, sheet music. My husband, he plays guitar for the church. He's in the praise team. And I think he's good. I think he's a magnificent player. And we've got more sheet music here than a music store. And books, music books. And I don't get to go, oh my goodness. I think this is the biggest one. We don't get to go, I don't get to go to church often anymore. Because the van goes up there at, my word, at 7, he gets there about 8:15, and they start practicing, and he gets through practice, and then they go through Sunday school, and then he gets back to the sanctuary and gets set up, and then he plays, and it's not until maybe 12:30 before he gets home again. And for me, I've gotten to where I can't really sit up in an upright chair very long. Even if I take in my wheelchair with me, which is usually what I take whenever I go shopping or someone takes me shopping, because it's hard for me after I stand for a while. My back starts hurting so bad, and my right leg starts to drag really, really bad. Kind of like Igor, if you ever watched Frankenstein or Old Frankenstein, and Igor is dragging around his leg and stuff. That's about how I am after I've been standing for a while. And I can't get into the car without assistance, because I can't lift my leg. And even when I'm in my wheelchair, after I've been sitting for a while, I lose the feeling in both legs. And so, yeah, it's quite uncomfortable. And it's gotten to the point where if I'm not on I have a hospital bed, because I can only stay on my back. With the fibromyalgia so bad in my upper back and my lower back and both my sides, I can't. There's only certain ways I can sit and lay. And this recliner, or a recliner, is one of the few things that I can sit in and be absolutely comfortable in. And this is a humongous paper pad from Reflections. I mean, This thing is huge. Totally huge. 12 by 12. 180 sheets. No wonder. It's a, but it has some, they're single-sided. Oh, here's these pretty daisies. Can you see that? Oh, goodness. Got all sorts of beautiful flowers and prints. I know this is kind of awkward. I promise I'll get a better setup as time goes by. But, oh, there's so many pretty, pretty, pretty things in here. Yeah, so many pretty. I love flowers, as you can tell. I love pinks and purples. There's not that many greens in this one, unfortunately. There's some greens. But, yeah, you know, when you've been in my position where you're stuck at home a lot and you don't really get to get out, and now my getting older and eyes are going bad, and good old eye doctor said, oh, you won't be ready for having your cataract surgery for another 2 years. I'm going, okay. So what do I do in the meantime? I mean, everything's real blurry. But you grow. I've learned in my lifetime, everything outside that God has created has such beautiful color to it. If you look at nature and everything around it, bark, even in wintertime, when the grass is dried up, if you've really, really looked at it, it's got this beautiful kind of golden tan color to it. There are so many, the world is made up of so many beautiful colors. I'm so glad that they make glasses now for these folks that are colorblind. If you've ever watched one of those videos of someone who's getting these pair of glasses, that for the first time in their life, they're actually seeing colors, and they are just totally overwhelmed. It's just, it just, I couldn't imagine not being able to see and not have colors in my life. That would be, if I were to lose any of my senses, I wish it would be, you know, my hearing. At least if my eye has still had my eyes, you know, they have, where you can read what people say on the bottom, you know, closed caption, and you can still do other things. But without your eyesight, it's a lot harder. I mean, I've used to know a man. I have my ham radio license as well, and there used to be a man who used to be in our club when we used to go when I was younger, and he was a lawyer, but he was blind, and he had his seeing eye dog there. But you know, he did all sorts of things, and if you walked up to him, you wouldn't have been able to know he was blind, really. But he was. I felt bad because he couldn't. He could, even though that's how his life has always been, and he didn't really know the difference. That he couldn't see colors. He couldn't see, you know, what the true beauty in the world was. But yeah, trying to pick a favorite color is really, really hard in all this stuff. And I like things that are antique. I like things that are, sometimes I think I was born in the wrong year set. I really like the Victorian time. The only thing is, I remember when I kind of get my age away, but being in elementary school, and we didn't have air conditioning back then. And I live in Texas. And let me tell you, it gets hot in Texas. And we would have to have the windows open. And they were these windows that when you open, they cranked open or cranked that way, whichever way. But you turn this little handle and they cranked open. So you didn't get much of a breeze in. And they would have one box fan in each classroom. And towards afternoon, it got really, really hot. And then you're trying to work, and the gnats would come in and buzz around your face. It's a miracle kids got anything done back then. But we did, and we lived, and we survived. You know, we didn't know any better. You know, until we got home, and some of us had window air conditioners. Or even, you know, the kids that had fancier homes had regular AC units, or what they called they ran water through it, and the fan would blow the water through it, and that was how it would cool the house. Some houses had what was called the ceiling attic fan, and it sat up in the attic, just like when you pull down those ladders. I'm getting off on it wrong. Chasing a rabbit. And I will finish up after this. But I'm sorry. But they would turn those on and you'd open up all the windows in your house. And you turn on this fan and it would blow all the air from outside in through the screens. And it would feel so good. Especially at night when the air could cool down a little bit. But yeah, those were, I love the things of the Victorian age with the lace, and they did miniatures, and that's where they started started doing scrapbooking back then. And they had some beautiful things that they did back then. The stories that some of the things could tell. That's what I think is so amazing. If some of these things could talk, the stories, the things that they've seen, that would be awesome. But that was my haul. Next time I'll take my husband. But it's going to be a while because I spent all my stash, my money stash that I had. So it's going to be a little bit of time before I can collect some more. But I'm going to get some of these things done for some index cards and ATC cards. So some of the ladies can learn a little bit more about me. And maybe me about myself as well. And send them off. And I hope everybody has a wonderful day. It's a beautiful day out here. I don't know if you can hear the lawnmower in the background. Somebody's already started mowing their yard. But it's gonna be a beautiful day here today. We've got rain coming in tomorrow and the next day, but we need the rain. Need the rain. So everybody, y'all have a blessed day. I hope that someone touches your heart today. And go out there. If you go out, try to do something nice for somebody. Try to make them feel good. You don't know if they've had a hard day or something's going on in their life. You might just bring a little bit of ray of sunshine to them as well. But y'all have a good day. And we'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye now.